Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan. Our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Thanks very much. Well, Commissioner Adam Silver has a history lesson for those who would tell players to shut up and dribble. He says in 1963, Bill Russell was MVP, won a title, and stood on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial for Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech. There is a through line that exists directly from Russell to our modern players. Kevin?
That's a great story, DA. Thanks. Now the starting group for Orlando. Filling the perimeter, it's Suggs and Wagner. In the post, it's Banchero and Carter Jr. And it's Anthony in at the point. And for the Knicks, Randall and Robinson will be the inside pair. Derrick Rose is out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Barrett at the small forward.
And the Magic have been one of the league's worst offenses in recent years. In fact, it's been over a decade since they've been average in that regard. Drafting a ready-made weapon in Paolo Banchero, they hope can help them take a step in the right direction.
Now here's Brunson. Rose finds Brunson. New York moving the ball around. Robinson against Carter. Just 5 to shoot. Robinson misses. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Orlando Magic. And the pass to Banchero. Good on the bucket. Banchero's got the first points up on the board for the Magic.
Oh, the defense puts contact on Banchero inside, but he just bullies right through it.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And you gotta love the aggression that he had, taking it to the rim there. Sets the tone in a close game like this.
And Randall throws it down.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
Anthony shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
And to see your son break fine success in the NBA, I can only imagine that's going to be so special for you.
It is. I'm a proud papa because something that so few get to experience. So I couldn't be more proud of him and happy as well.
So Anthony nails both of them.
And as I watch Cole out there, Kevin, I just love the progression he's made. The young man's put the work in to improve his game and really only starting to scratch the surface.
Now here's Brunson. Outside for Randall. Pass to Barrett. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic. For Cole Anthony, GA, this team believes in his future.
I mean, he's a competitive kid and knows how to play the right way. And now he understands how to play winning basketball. And that's no bias from me. That's just my analysis.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, Randall can hold his own down on the inside with that physical frame.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
At the line.
And the free throw line was a problem spot for him in their last game. Really struggled up there.
And the first one drops. And Greg, just like you, Julius Randle is a southpaw, left-handed.
Yeah, and you know, the angles are different for lefties. We operate a little differently. And I think that can throw defenders off. So I'm always going to pull for the southpaw.
He makes 1 of 2 that time. I've always wondered this, Brent, for the players, do they approach these early season games any differently than a game in, say, April?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I think you're still not in tip-top shape. You're still trying to figure out any additions to the roster that have been made in the offseason. And you're trying to find your own personal rhythm as to how this season is going to get started. So the approach for sure early on in the season is different than when you get to springtime.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Brunson with a clean look.
And so far, the team just 1 of 5 in that rim shrinking.
He lobs it up. Stolen by Rose. And here we go. The fast break. Brunson's got it. And Robinson throws it down.
A timing play, but it helps to have a leaper like Mitchell Robinson finish it off.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure in that one. Didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
For the Knicks, Toppin, he's checked in for Robinson. Evan Fournier comes in for Jalen Brunson. And quickly in for Derrick Rose. It's tipped and stolen by Harris. Pass to Fultz. For 3. And the 3 ball is good.
And Fultz pulling from deep is a thing of beauty. Consistent in terms of burying those long ones from beyond.
And Toppin throws it down.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home right there. Passes it to Fultz. From the arc. It's rebounded by Quickly. Knicks have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And an early swat like that can really set the tone. Now the shooters will be feeling his presence.
And New York making a change here. Reddish is checked in. 52 seconds left in the first. And it's quickly missing. Orlando's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Here's Ross, and the jam by Ross.
It's continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
43 seconds left here in the first quarter. Outside Fournier. Here's Reddish. And they recover it. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for New York.
Mitchell Robinson.
.32 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And now Orlando on the break. Fultz with the ball. Ross in the corner. Harris outside. Kicks to Fultz. At the elbow, it's Bamba. It's rebounded by Quickly. Outside Fournier. Fader on the way. Bamba with the block.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
Chuma Okeke. R.J. Hampton.
Here's Robinson. And a miss there off the inbound. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Orlando out in front. They're up by 2. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
And your Knicks City Kings.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And from what we've seen from Orlando, what do you guys see?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
It seems like, Brent, it's been a long time we've been asking, could this be the year the Knicks turn it around?
think, Kevin, though, it's about not just turning it around. It's about being a viable, competitive, potential deep run playoff team for many years in succession. And is this the time? I'm just not sure.
On the court for Orlando, we've got Carter, Hampton out there with Anthony. Then it's Franz Wagner, and it's Okiki in at the 4. Here is Carter, following the score by Obi Toppin. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Robinson. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much, guys. Growing up, Mitchell Robinson didn't play basketball, but a 7-inch growth spurt in the 8th grade changed things. He fell to the 36th pick overall in 2018, but his physical tools have made him a presence. One key to his success, he says, just run the floor. If you're the first man down the court, you can get the ball. Kevin, that sounds pretty simple to me.
It does to me, too. Keep it simple and use that athleticism. David, thanks. Robinson with the block.
Hard to score when Robinson's down there being a factor.
Now the pass to Barrett. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. So for the Magic, Banchero's checked in for Okiki, and it's Suggs in for R.J. Hampton. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Orlando Magic. They trail by 1. And Wendell Carter Jr., Greg, one of the better rebounders in the NBA.
And Kevin, his numbers kind of sneak up on him. I mean, great job of clearing the glass and getting the break started. Still underrated as a rebounder, but is making a name for himself.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Brent, how has size now affected the way the game is played?
Well, if I could just take a detour, Kevin, I would tell you it's skill that has affected the way the game is played. I mean, this has always been a tall man's game, and usually it's been dominated by the biggest guys, but that's not the case anymore. So you look at 6'4" to 6'7" guys who are skilled to shoot, pass, and dribble. That's what every team is looking for, and that's the way the modern NBA team, especially a championship caliber team, is made.
Now Rose, after Cole Anthony missed from long range. And the shot goes in. Rose has got his first points in this one.
And they're very lucky to have the lead after that terrible shooting in the first quarter. But they grounded into form here in the second and have brought that field goal percentage.
A chance here to get a quick injury report. And now we'll send it over to our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, for an update on Julius Randle. D.A.?
Hey, guys, the head athletic trainer for the Knicks gave us some information. He said it appears to be a moderate wrist sprain. This is never the way you want to lead off, but they have no choice. They still have to play the games. Kevin, back to you.
Good information, David. He's certainly been on our minds. Now, at least, Greg, we have a little more clarity.
Yeah, now they have the information they need to take the best course of action.
Everybody wishing the best for him. We all know how badly he wants to be out there playing alongside his teammates and competing.
And for Orlando, it's been a tough decade. We would agree on that. And Greg, they've only won 2 playoff games since 2012.
Well, they've only made the playoffs twice in that span as well. So they've got a lot of draft picks lined up in the next few years, and they need to make good on those high picks.
Here's quickly after the basket by Franz Wagner. Pass to Toppin. 6 on the shot clock. Runs in the pass to Toppin, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Toppin's got the lead up to 5 now for New York.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Here's Brunson. After the basket by Franz Wagner. Pass to quickly. Brunson with it. Passes it to Barrett. There's the triple. Here's Robinson. And the basket is good. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Fultz, no good. The Knicks leading by 5. Fournier finds Reddish. Back to Fournier. From the line, they grab their own miss.
That's Robinson dominating on the inside to capture the board and go right back up.
And so it's the New York Knicks heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back right after this.
The Magic, 16.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. For the Knicks, the first quarter was pretty even. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. And they had their fingerprints all over that second quarter, coming back from a deficit and building a 7-point lead. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
Here come your Knicks City answers.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Well, you have to like what you're seeing, guys, from Mitchell Robinson.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Derrick Rose is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Reddish. And it's Barrett at the 3 spot. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with.
And what can you say about Suggs? A natural-born leader, very unselfish and great vision. And it's been a rough stretch for the New York Knicks, a team that has only had a handful of playoff appearances in the last 20 years.
Obi Toppin's checked in for Cameron Reddish. And here's Brunson. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his 3rd foul of the game. The Knicks are trying to get back to being competitive, GA, but it has been difficult, hasn't it?
They haven't been able to attract top-level talent for quite some time, which is surprising when you consider this big market and the status this franchise has within the city.
Reddish, he's checked in for Toppin. Barrett, wide open, he fires. A 3-pointer, no good. The Magic trail by 4. Here's Carter, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. And Greg, starting your career with the Knicks, what's the pressure like playing in New York City?
I tell you, the amount of media following you, the size of the city, it can be intimidating. But if you win, man, there's nothing like playing in New York.
Carter hits them both.
In the 7th pick of the 2018 draft, Carter Jr.'s potential is enticing. A bruising big man with a bright future ahead of him.
Brunson finds Robinson. Stolen by Carter. Here's Suggs. And Suggs throws it down.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Rose surveying the D. Tipped away. Suggs with the steal. Anthony with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Brunson. Now Reddish. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Back to Brunson. It's deflected. Now here's Suggs. They're covering and finished off by Banchero.
Nice work by Banchero, making himself available for the alley-oop pass. He's developing great court awareness.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. And there's already a loyalty aspect to Banchero's makeup, starting with the tribute to the city he grew up in.
He literally takes Seattle everywhere he goes. You look at the tat on his right bicep. It has the Seattle skyline, Mount Rainier, the street he grew up on. In terms of his character, that indicates deep roots and a solid foundation he can build on.
And you'll quickly, he's checked in for the Knicks. Orlando also making some changes. Okeke comes in for Wagner. And it's Hampton for Jalen Suggs. Glad we got the chance to see that remarkable rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Here's Quickly. That one goes in. Quickly's got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
And New York making a change. Fournier is checked in.
Now into the lineup for your New York Knicks, Evan Fournier.
And Barrett has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. The pass to Fournier. Robinson down low. Defended by Carter. Robinson misses.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. And the Knicks making a change here. Sims is checked in. The Magic have gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Here's Banchero. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Banchero's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And a nice spark for their offense here in the second half. Now above 50% for the game.
Hampton kicks to Banchero. Over Quickly. And it's Banchero missing. The Knicks have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's Orlando now. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going. And the dunk by Hampton.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Third quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Knocked away. Here's Anthony. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
Pass to Sims. Robinson dishes to Sims. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
How about that? The big man, Mitchell Robinson, able to find a teammate.
Magically, 31-27.
Hampton with the ball. Carter outside. Here's Okeke. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And we've reached the end of the third. Orlando out in front. Ending the third quarter on a 15-4 run. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us.
Cool, Anthony.
And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
What an advantage if your off guard can make plays so valuable.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. On the court for Orlando, the lengthy bigs inside, Isaac and Bamba. Suggs out there with Terrence Ross, and it's Wagner in at the small forward position. Now here's Rose. Brunson up top. Back to Rose. A shot's good on the assist by Brunson.
And Derrick Rose certainly equipped athletically to punish teams in their paint.
Here's Ross. A second chance effort. On the wing, Isaac. Clock at 6. The putback, and it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his first foul. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Hartenstein's checked in for the Knicks. Knicks trail by 4. Here's Brunson. Robinson up top, covered by Bamba. Robinson passes to Rose. They get a hand on it. Isaac with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Down low. And there's Suggs on the assist by Bamba. And it's a 6-point Orlando lead. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Orlando.
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
Another part of the credit has to go to what they did on the inside blocking shots. I mean, super scrappy defensively, just affecting a lot of the opportunities that their opponents were putting up.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Toppin, he's jacked in for Hartenstein. Barrett dishes to Toppin. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, you could see that RJ had seen him open earlier and then got in the right spot to deliver.
Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. 1:56 left to play in the final quarter. And it's Barrett penetrated.
Yeah, the defense just didn't know what was coming, and that's because RJ Barrett's mobility had them off balance.
He hits the first one, and that brings them within 5. And the Knicks making a change here. Quickly is checked in. Then for the Magic. Banchero's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. And Anthony subbed in for Terrence Ross.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Wagner passes to Bamba. And that one is good. Bamba's got the lead up to 6 now for Orlando.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
Basket good. Bishop's got 4 points now in the quarter.
RJ Barrett wanting the ball and coming through. That was critical.
Time call here. The Magic decide to talk it over. They lead by 4. 1:29 left in the fourth quarter. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jalen Suggs.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
And New York making a change here. Toppin's checked in. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
I was able to listen in on what Jamal Mosley was going over with his team. To be honest, he was fired up. He asked his team, how badly do you want this? Because those guys over there, they're going to give it everything they've got. Which means we have to do the same. See if they can match them in motion or emotion. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And that one's good, Wagner.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Wagner against Barrett. And stolen by Wagner. Here's Bamba. It's rebounded by Barrett. And Barrett has got the ball here for the New York Knicks. Here he goes. It's blocked.
And when Banchero turns it up, he can be a factor at the defensive end.
Wendell Carter, he's checked in for the Magic.
Magic substitution. Wendell Carter Jr.
So they foul intentionally.
Derrick Rose. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Cole Anthony at the line. 2 shots.
He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of 2 is good. That puts them up by 5. New York calls timeout. They trail by 5. 32 seconds left in the game. What do you think, guys?
And they need to use as little time as possible here. If they can get a bucket before the clock hits 24 seconds, they can try for a stop on the next possession. If there's less than 24, then they'll have to foul.
The Magic making a switch here. Bamba's checked in. 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
RJ coming through, and that one makes you feel good.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're up by 3. 27 seconds left to play here in the fourth. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Jalen Suggs at the line. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
And Suggs, a competitive guy, when the D fouls him in big moments, he takes it personally.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They're behind by 5. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Because it's time for a t-shirt toss. Once again, fans, make some noise for your Knicks City Dancer.
Here's Robinson. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Barrett. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
It's on Franz Wagner.
Barrett hanging tough on that play. He gets the shot off, and he just stuck to the play.
2 shots.
And so Barrett nails both of them.
And that would have been a killer if he missed one of those, but he was rock solid. That trims the lead now to a 1-possession lead.
And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 5-point game. Here's Barrett. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Over to the wing. From deep, Rose. And it's Orlando with the rebound. And an intentional foul right there.
Robinson. Second personal foul. 5th team foul. Franz Wagner at the line. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 7-point game. Barrett for 3. Robinson got it.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
45.
So the Magic win it. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance lane, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Altman, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.